Over the weekend, a very sad discovery after a Miss USA was found dead outside her New York apartment. Authorities are now saying she died by suicide. And as we enter into the third year of the pandemic now, experts say mental health stress is impacting many people. Joining us now this morning to have that important conversation about mental health is Fresno NAMI Executive Director Chris Roup. And Chris, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Megan.
Of course. You were the first person I thought of to bring this up and just chat about this tough topic this morning, but very important. We know this notable Miss USA title holder, Cheslie Kryst, has died, and authorities are now saying she died by suicide. What is your first reaction and response?
Great question. And you know, I shared with you, Megan, I wish we came together for different circumstances to have a conversation, but I'm always grateful for this opportunity. My heart hurts. My heart hurts for her, for the community, for her family. Often individuals who are having thoughts of suicide are in deep pain, emotional pain. And when we are mentally healthy, we think clearly, our emotions are quite balanced, and we have behaviors that are our usual self. But when we're not mentally healthy, our perceptions are altered, our emotions are not well balanced, and we do things that aren't within our normal behaviors. And I believe that's what we've seen here, is someone in deep pain who didn't see past that. It lets me know we still have so much work to do around suicide prevention.
Sure, and especially that you see her as she looks from the outside like such a successful person at the top of her game. She's beautiful. She's an attorney. She's a former Division I athlete. I think we had CBS Mornings anchor Nate Burleson had a quote. He worked with her, and about her death, he said, "Check in on your strong friends. Check on your strong friends." I guess, does this change the way we should see mental illness?
Absolutely. And we've been sharing this for as long as I've been doing this work, Megan. Mental illness doesn't have any type of favorite person. It's across all socioeconomic areas, gender, race, culture. Anyone can be impacted by mental health challenges. Getting help sooner than later can keep us out of space of crisis. But we do know that's not as easy as it sounds. Reaching for help sometimes has some barriers. Some of that is access and capacity to do that. Sometimes it's cultural. Sometimes it's the stigma around living with mental health challenges. We have to work to reduce that stigma. And I want to thank you for your language, your words that you've used with me today in reporting her death. Using words that are appropriate to take away the blame from someone and the shame that may come with this journey are very helpful for others to be able to reach out and get the help that they truly need to get through periods of crisis.
And you bring up a great point, reducing the stigma, but also how can people maybe even recognize signs if they want to reach out to their friends, or maybe what are things to look for that would clue you in as to, I need to be speaking with them, for checking in with them more? What are signs?
Absolutely. Great question. Thank you for asking that. Someone who has some very changed behavior from their usual behavior is a warning sign. Someone who may be talking, writing, or expressing comments about death. Something that is often missed is someone expressing statements such as, I'm a burden to others, I don't want to be here anymore. Those may not be direct statements that I'm thinking about suicide or killing myself, but those are statements. And from my own personal experience, those were the kinds of statements that I used, that I didn't want to be a burden to others, and soon it wouldn't matter. And so knowing to look, again, someone just expressing things that are different than what they may normally be in their normal behavior, and then being very direct and asking a question that takes a lot of courage to ask. are you thinking about suicide? That always, even with me, as much education and training that I have in supporting someone, it still creates some anxiousness in my body. And being able to do that, I have confidence to ask it because I know the next steps. If you don't feel you have that, speak up and say something to someone else. And if you are feeling those feelings of despair, not wanting to be here, feeling that crisis, I ask that you please reach out to someone. Maybe that's a trusted friend. Maybe it is the hotline, and asking someone there to help guide you through this crisis, because we do know that if we get connected to help, appropriate help, we do get through these periods of crisis. We find our way through it and onto the other side, and we can find recovery. We can get better.
Thank you, Chris. And we know that help is available. It is out there. In fact, we have a graphic. We're going to put this up on your screen right now. For more information, you can visit this website right now and have access to NAMI Fresno, all of their resources there for you. That is NAMIFresno.org, NAMI spelled N-A-M-I. All right, Chris Roup, Executive Director of NAMI Fresno. Chris, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Megan.
All right, take care and stay with us. We'll be right back.